What's up, everyone? Alex here, and what I'm gonna do today is that updated version of the homemade hides video. You know, the one where I took the toilet paper rolls, covered them in wood glue, and then EcoEarth, and made some pretty nice hides. And I can't even reach this one in there, you know, so I can't show you right now. But most of you pretty much know what they look like, and for those of you who don't, you're gonna see, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna love them. And if not, you know, you can use anything else. You can use cork bark, whatever you want. Go buy an ornament. But this is just an easy way to save time and money, and it's also fun. You know, it's cool to make your own thing, and however you want to make it. So you can make it whatever size you want. You can use just about almost any object, not anything. You know, you just gotta be smart about what you use, and no matter what you use, you gotta be safe about it. So let's get started. What I'm gonna be doing here is taking this EcoEarth, putting a whole bunch into this box, and like I said, instead of these toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls, you know, I'm gonna use plastic cups today. Yes, plastic cups. Nice and simple. Alright, so let's get started. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut this cup right in half right now. Let me lower this a bit, you know, make it easier. There you go. Cut it just like that, right down the middle. There you go. Alright, now I've got a round opening. You see that? Now if I was to sit this in somewhere, it'd sit like that, you know? But it's too long. I don't want to hide this long. And also I'm going to cut this back out, you know, because I want my tea to be able to come through the back. So I want 2 inches. And I also want a back viewing space. And this will disrupt the view, you know, cloud it up. It looks really foggy. I don't want that. So, you know what? I'm just going to do it like this. There you go. This I don't need anymore. I'm sorry if it's hard to see, you know. And now I'm gonna take this. I want to hide maybe this big. You know what? Yeah, like this. And now, if I don't know if everyone saw, but I'm gonna be putting these into these critter keepers. Give me 1 second. First hide is going in here for this guy. My T-Ocrity. This is Doc, as in Doc Ock for Ocrity. Yeah, I try to make fun names, whatever. So that's him in there, and you can see, you know, if you saw my transfer video, I just put him in here last night. And last night I was gonna make these hides, but I ended up cleaning out and resetting up my entire Beta Dragon's cage, and that just took me all night long. It's a lot of work. So let's see. If I was to put this hide in here, you know, it'd take up about this much space to the front, you know, like that, and it'd sit just like this. Let's see, if I turn this around, put this here, it'd sit like that from one end to the other, and that's perfect size. So I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna leave him there, you know, let him hang out. And now what I want to do is make sure that, like, I have no little strands hanging off of this. Pull that right off. I'm good. Throw that in there. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now I have a fresh bag of EcoEarth. You know, this is the dry one. You can buy it in bricks, but it's a lot easier to just work with this because it already comes dry. The bricks come soaked. I mean, I have bricks also. I can't even reach it right now. But yeah, you guys know what the bricks look like, right? And I'll show you at the end of the video anyway, just in case you don't know and you don't even know what EcoEarth is in the first place. It's a really good coconut fiber substrate. So let me get this bag open. I don't want to open the whole thing, just a little, because this stuff, if you spill it, it makes a mess, as any dirt would. So I'm gonna dump it in here. That's enough for a few hides right there. Quite a few. I can probably make about 10 hides off of that. You know, well, small ones at least, not nothing big. And now this, for some reason, feels a little moist. It's supposed to be completely dry. I mean, you can see this is dry. But I'm gonna mix it in with it, you know. The dry will absorb the moisture. It's not moist. I mean, it's not wet, but it's not as dry as it should be. I don't know why. But yeah. Anyways, but it's not bad. It'll definitely work the same way. You know, as long as it's not wet. You know. And in here, I don't have much glue left. It's up to like right here right now. Sorry, I'm thinking you guys can see it. You can't. Yeah, the glue's up to like right there. So it's not much in here, and it is wood glue. You must use wood glue, and I use interior. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but I don't know. It's easy. And you see this? Sets in less than 30 minutes. That doesn't mean you use this and then put this in your enclosure in 30 minutes. Definitely not. Give it time to dry. Airing out is very important. So if you're gonna do this and you decide, if you don't do something right and you put it in there too early and your tea gets stuck or dies from from anything, or injured, or anything goes wrong, you know, I don't want you blaming me. I've had people blame me for problems before, but they didn't follow my directions and they didn't do what I told them. You know, I decided to take steps of their own and then complain and say, oh, something went wrong. Well, I'm sorry that you had that. You know, I'm a nice guy. You ask me for help, I'm down to help anyone. A lot of people know that. So any questions, just comment, ask me, send me a private message if you don't want to be put on blast in the comment section. No one's gonna think you're stupid. We're in this all together to help each other. So that's even why I'm doing this video in the first place. Alright, so anyways, so let's get started. I'm gonna take this here, and I'm gonna do the bottom side first. So I'm gonna put glue all over. Doesn't have to be so completely in glue. Oh, and your hands are gonna get dirty, so I suggest you have paper towels ready. I'm gonna spread this right there, all over. There you go. Spread it all up in there. Yes, my hands are very sticky right now from this. And this stuff is drying quickly as I'm using it. And before it gets completely dry, there you go. Just throw it in there. Now look at it. I'm about 40% done now. Next step, I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And then I'm going to just fill in the empty spots, like there, right there. You know, that's a light spot, that's a light spot. Just fill in my light spots. Get it all covered. And I want to make sure I get the edges, because this is cut plastic and it's not sharp, but you know, you just want to get some eco earth on the edges to make it a little soft and smooth. There, so that's done. I'm going to rub that in continuously. I'm going to keep patting it down. Get it in there, you know. Like I said, your hands are going to get messy. Big deal. Rub it off. Put some eco earth, you know, rub it, whatever, doesn't matter. You're going to use this stuff with the glue, it's going to dry up, it's going to become waterproof. And these hides, you can actually, when they're dry, you're actually going to be able to wet them. You're going to be able to spray them if you want, get the humidity up in there when you need to. And that's great. The other ones, I made them out of paper towel rolls. And it's not really good to wet them, because if you didn't cover it completely in glue, like I'm talking about, you needed an entire thick glue layer around this thing if you were going to wet it. If not, you're gonna wet the roll itself, and you would develop probably molding, or it would just rip apart on you and just be a disaster. That's another thing people have complained about, or it's said that they think it was that, but that caused them to have molding in their cage. But you know, I make sure that I take all the full steps to ensure that I'm not going to get those problems. When I did these hides, I did them in I showed you the basic idea, how to cover it in eco earth and the glue and all that, how to make the hide. But I would take a second step and I would do it again and again until I felt like it was completely covered, you know. The most important part is having the entire glue layer around, because now that creates a waterproof seal. And once you've got that waterproof seal, you can do whatever you want to it. So yeah, this is good right there. You see that? Look how this comes out. And this is, you would have never thought this came from a plastic cup. So now I'm gonna get started with the other side. Get glue all up on here. Whoa. Alright, now I'm gonna spread it around. I definitely didn't get enough glue that time. But it doesn't matter because I can always go back and fill in my light spots. But since it's so little glue, I'm just gonna go and put more anyways. Around the edges is where I need it the most. Spread it, you know. And the temperature that it is in here right now in my room, or whatever, I already dropped it in there, so get it in nice and good. Sorry for the bad angling. Again, I'm not using my good camera. Nothing wrong with this one, but you know, I can't zoom in or anything. There. Now the first step to this hide is done. I'm gonna leave this in the corner and let it sit and give that layer about 10 minutes to dry while I start on another one. Okay, so you know my hands are a mess. Look at this. Big deal. Grow up. You're gonna get messy. So what? Paper towels. There you go. Wipe off the excess. Whatever doesn't come off, I really don't care. It's not like I'm never gonna wash my hands, you know? So now I'm gonna take this one, the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing.